There we go. I'm going to put the captions on for all of us today. Hopefully that worked. Okay, well, welcome everybody. My name is Jason High. I am the academic videographer here in the Division of Extended Learning. And I have some tips and tricks for all faculty members to help them with their self-produced videos. Right now, with us going to distance learning, especially with our online courses as well, if you're producing your own videos, there are some different aspects of color, temperature, and lighting, camera framing, things of that nature that I would like to go over with you. That might help you kind of increase your quality of your self-made videos. So I will go ahead. And the topics we're going to cover today, lighting. We're going to make sure that you are lit in a way that is appealing to the students. The height of your camera, very important. You want your camera at eye level, but I'll get into more of that in a little while. The audio is very important. It's probably the most underrated aspect of a video, I think. I'm wearing a headset right now that kind of increases the audio as opposed to just using a speaker from your laptop or whatever you may have, but I'll get into that more in a little while. The computer settings and adjustments, we will touch on that. There's a couple small things that you may not think of that I will touch on, and also your wardrobe. It's just, you know, you don't want to roll out of bed in the morning. You want to make yourself presentable as if it was a face-to-face class with your best wardrobe, make your hair look good and everything else, but we'll talk about that. So lighting, this is kind of a pet peeve of mine, having the camera set up where the window is behind you. So you're technically backlit. If this gentleman was to do a 180-degree turn and use that light to his advantage, he would look a heck of a lot better. He is simply a shadow right now, and he doesn't come off as very appealing to the viewer and especially to the student. So what I would suggest to this gentleman is that he turns his desk, maybe raises those blinds a little bit more, let that natural light come in and use it to his advantage, because he would be in the TV industry. I worked in TV for 19 years. That would be a key light. It's the key primary lighting source on your face, as opposed to the backlight, which he is lit now. He has no detail on his shirt. He has no detail on his face. His eyes are sunken in. It's just a very unappealing picture. Exactly. This is what this gentleman did. He is using some kind of a window. You can tell coming from his left primary, using that light to his advantage. He has great color on his face, great skin tone. The color of his jacket and his shirt are really popping. This gentleman is using the natural light to his advantage. The background, I could take it or leave it, just the maroon background. If you had a plant or a bookshelf or, you know, part of your home, obviously we're all working from home now, that would be fine. But the lighting is the most important thing. As long as there's not children running through the background or loud noises as you're trying to present your video to your students, excuse me, then that would be fine. But this neutral maroon background is just fine. Using your monitor as a light source, definitely taboo. If he had a desk lamp or something next to him and used that instead, that would make this gentleman look tremendously better. What's going on here is your computer screen emits a different color temperature than the room lights behind him. Okay, the computer screen surprisingly is the same color temperature, 5,600 degrees Kelvin, as the sun, as if you were outside. This is in conflict with the lights behind this gentleman. Those light temperatures are about 3,600. So that is why the drastic change, that's why he looks blue. Again, if he had maybe a light or two on either side, it would omit the blue light coming from his computer screen. I would recommend not doing this. When I think of that previous shot, I think of this person, Violet Beauregarde from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. She looks blue, just like that gentleman. It looks like she's sitting in front of a computer screen. I just kind of threw this in there as a little chuckle because that gentleman in the previous slide looks like her, and we all know what happened to Violet in the movie. So you definitely want to look your best. Lighting tip number 4. As you can see, this gentleman has a light next to him to kind of omit the light that's coming off of his MacBook. And what he's also doing, actually, I'll get into that in a second. So he is, like I said, he's taking the natural light from the light, which is 3200, and it's overriding the computer screen. So if I were to look at his webcam, I would think that this shot would be very nice, a very soft light. The background, just a whiteboard, that's totally fine. But he looks professional, he's well dressed, and he's ready to start his lesson, or he's ready to talk to his students or do office hours or whatever he may have planned. The height of your camera, going back to my TV days, this is called the up the nose shot, as you can see. A lot of new reporters in the field nowadays, they come straight out of college. They are really not taught to have your camera at eye level. We are literally looking up the nostrils of this gentleman, which is not in a very appealing look. So what I would recommend is maybe bumping that up a foot or so, maybe showing a picture, and have at eye level. I know growing up, when I was a student, I didn't want to be talked down to. We're both professionals now. Obviously, faculty is professional. Students are all adults. We should be talking to each other on an eye-to-eye level. So you do not want to talk down to anybody, but especially your students. It just kind of sends a wrong message. So going back to the same picture, what this gentleman is doing is taking his laptop case, maybe adding an extra towel or a sheet, and raising the height of his camera. Very important. You want to raise it to eye level. If you are doing this at home, maybe put a stack of books off your bookshelf, raise that up so you're looking right at the student, you're looking right into your webcam. It'll just really improve the quality of your video. And framing, you want to be kind of have a medium shot set up here. I'm going to move this over. Too close, you can literally see the pores in this woman's face. It's just way too close. Let's kind of reserve some personal space for each other when we're having a conversation. This person, the lady, the picture on the left, she is just too far away from the camera. And if you're framing yourself, you do want your eyes at about the 3/4 level on the frame. She has just the right amount of headroom before the top of the screen. Her eyes are at the 3/4 level. I wouldn't go any lower than like the 2/3 level. At 50%, you're going to be just way too close and you need to back off. So be mindful of your framing when you're shooting your videos, that you want kind of a medium shot, not too far, not too close. Excuse me. That this middle shot is the most appealing of the three. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water, excuse me. Audio. Like I said, I think this is one of the most underrated portions or quality of a video. I personally use a headset, especially from working from home now. I've noticed an increase in quality. I've noticed an increase in the accuracy of captions. I worked with Mary Tone Rogers last week in the School of Business. She had a headset. She sounded crystal clear. I cannot stress, if you have an audio source, like a headset, the microphone right here, it'll just really improve the quality of your video. And on the back end, if your faculty are working with me, I auto caption all videos with faculty, and then I go back and make edits to those captions to increase accuracy up to 100%. By the use of this headset, I would say Mary's accuracy was probably 95%. There was some terminology, some punctuation, some periods, things of that nature that I had to fix, but it just saves me time as an editor, and it'll save you guys time, and the quality will be amazing. The students will be able to hear every single word that'll be coming out of your mouth. I'll give you a couple alternative microphones that you may use at home. These are relatively inexpensive. These were just, I took a look at Amazon and found some high quality, very inexpensive videos, especially now with us all working from home. Who knows what the fall semester will hold? You may be asked to produce more videos yourself from home. You may be asked to work face to face and then transition to working from home. We don't know what the fall is going to hold for us. So if you have a good quality microphone in your house that is capable of collaborating with your laptop, this is a simple USB port input here. This will also increase the quality of your videos. This isolates the main audio source, the faculty member. This will minimize background noise as well. I had garbage trucks going by a little while ago. This microphone will take care of any background noise, children running around, mailmen coming to the door, dogs barking. It also it minimizes the pee. A lot of people tend to pop their pees, especially when they get too close to the microphone. This microphone does a great job at doing minimizing the pees. And the reviews are mixed. There's a little bit of hum in the line, but for the price at $24.99, I don't think you can go wrong. This one I kind of like. This is the Samsung Go microphone. It comes in this nice little case, and it clips actually on the top of your laptop. So being you're working in front of your laptop, this microphone is going to pick up everything you say because you're going to be talking directly into the microphone as it's set up perfectly right over the center of your laptop. It's great for recording voice and potential podcasts that you may want to do. The reviews are a little bit better on this than the last, but overall the quality of this product is excellent, and it's a little more money. It's $36, but the reviews are better, and you probably get what you paid for. So the Snowball microphone. This microphone is very popular. We in Extended Learning have a few of these. I believe one of our IDs uses one of these, and Greg Ketchum, my supervisor in Extended Learning, he uses one of these when he's on calls in his office. This also comes with a USB. It plugs easily into your computer. It's compatible with your computer, but it's kind of one directional. It picks up anything basically in front of your microphone as opposed to a microphone that would pick up ambient noise around the room. The reviews are excellent. I would recommend this product, and this goes for about $43 on Amazon. Wardrobe. I would not recommend what this woman has done. She kind of literally strolled out of bed in her bathrobe and went in front of her webcam and potentially produced a video. Be professional. You're sitting down. I would kind of treat it like a face-to-face class. Take a shower, put on a nice outfit. And she's using a great job. She's doing a great job of having that natural light coming in from windows potentially behind the camera. But be aware of what you wear before you sit down in front of the camera. And try not to wear anything that has patterns in it, because that kind of may interact stripes. It may interact differently with the camera. It may kind of show a little interference, so to say. Anything sheer, I would not recommend that at all. Stripes are bad. Just nice, solid colors. That is a solid color, but the wardrobe itself, incorrect. If you have a blue, reds look great, purples, greens look fabulous. I would use those colors primarily. If you do, on a whim, you have a green screen behind you. Some faculty members do have a green screen. I know John has one. Obviously, don't wear green sitting in front of a green screen, because you will vanish. You will look like the Invisible Man. You will be just a floating head. So the off chance you're in front of a green screen, or you're working with me, we potentially do a video in Lanigan behind the green screen, do not wear green. Tips to improve your wardrobe. Like I said, whites are good. It's actually reflecting off the white and adding a little bit more to this gentleman's face. Solid colors, like I said, are also great. The blues, reds, greens, primary colors, solid colors overall are excellent choices. If you're using a script, you may not be using a script from home, because you would be looking down all the time, and we want to have your eye level and eye contact with the student as much as possible. But if you are using a script, excuse me, especially with myself on campus, practice, practice, practice. If faculty members do use scripts with me, I have a tool called a teleprompter that mounts to the front of my camera. They send me the script, I upload it. That it's becoming a lot more popular with faculty. I would say 70 to 80% of faculty are using it, as opposed to 3 years ago where maybe 20% were using it. But it's their words, it's faculty, it's what they wrote, and it scrolls just like a TV news camera right in front of the lens. So they never lose contact with the lens. They never lose contact with the student as they're getting their message across. It's very important. It's a great tool. Like I said, it's becoming very popular. And and there are times, if you're dissatisfied, let's do it again. You stumble on paragraph 5. Let's go back to the top of 5, continue on. You want your videos looking as best as possible. There's simple home editing software. If you're using that, you can simply take out that little stumble in paragraph 5, replace it with take 2 on paragraph 5, have a seamless edit, and the quality will be there. The quality will be very high for yourself. If editing your own video, like I mentioned, there are recommendations for editing. iMovie, Movie Maker. There's the link to Movie Maker. Panopto. A lot of faculty members here on campus have used Panopto. It's quite a popular tool. And Adobe Premiere Pro is what I use. It's the 2020 version, so it's the most updated version. We do a very good job of getting the latest editing software here on campus. If you ever are doing a video with Tim Nekritz in marketing, as a side story for Oswego Today, the marketing team uses Adobe Premiere Pro 2. It's a very high quality editing software, and it's part of the Adobe suite. But try to avoid jump cuts if possible. And jump cuts is a technical term where you have 2 shots that look the same. Maybe, again, paragraph 5, you erased it, but there's kind of an edit point where you're looking like this, and you're looking like this. And it's very jarring to the eye. So what I would do is maybe throw a simple dissolve in there to kind of erase that jump cut look, or a dissolve, or a wipe, like I said. So just so it's not jarring to the people watching it at home, or wherever they might be in their dorm room or wherever. But yeah, try to avoid jump cuts if possible. And here's a few additional tools. We have a new light board. It's not new as much anymore. This was assembled in Lanigan in television studio number 2 in February or March of 2019. Excuse me, there it is, March of 19. It's available for any faculty member to use. Like I said, it resides in Lanigan Hall, right down the hall from CTS, right near the School of Comm offices. And what it can do, it can be used for online videos for your online courses, as well as face-to-face courses. So what we will do is we'll book a time, we'll reserve the space in Lanigan, and if there is a lecture or a topic, whether it's an online course or face-to-face, that the students maybe just aren't grasping, this will allow you to teach your lesson on this light board. This little light gray strip around the glass, this is glass, it has neon lights in it. So what it does is it illuminates your writing as you're talking about your lesson. And I'll have an example of that coming up in a little bit. It's a great tool. We got a grant for this at the end of 2018. It came from California. Greg Ketchum and I assembled it. It's a wonderful tool. Sarah Bonzo in the School of Business has used it. It would be fantastic for someone in sciences or math, especially if there's equations to use, things of that nature. But basically any topic that students are just not grasping. This is a visual way to get your message across. So if you have any questions about this, we can talk about it at the end of the session here, or you can email me and we can move forward. So this is just some screen grabs I use to faculty across the country using their Lightboard. It allows teaching and learning to become more visual and effective for students. It allows instructors to create more human online videos as they're closer to the face-to-face classroom experience. I would point out this gentleman on the left. He's wearing a black blazer with a black background. He is, it's kind of like I mentioned earlier, the green color on a green screen. He is vanishing into the background. What he needs to do is put a light on the back of him that brings him out, that will give him some depth of field on his shoulders or something. But I would not recommend wearing a black blazer on a black backdrop. In Lanigan, we have a green screen. And what I can do is superimpose anything behind you as you're teaching your lesson. So whether it's just a generic background, I can also do black. I can do scenic shots, anything you want. I can pop it in behind you. Like I said, this gentleman in the middle, wearing a nice color for the Lightboard, red. That's totally fine. It's not clashing with the color of markers that he's using. He's teaching a math problem. Excuse me, I'm not a math major or anything, but you get the idea. And we also have the capability of, if it's framed properly, this gentleman is framed on the left. This gentleman is talking about, I forget what topic, police or something, and how they use drone footage. So I can incorporate some kind of video element and drop it over as he's lecturing. So it'll enhance this gentleman's video to a whole new level. It'll coincide with what he is talking about. So if we do that ahead of time, I will make sure to frame a person specifically on one side or the other, so it'll allow myself in post-production to drop in a video element that he or she may want. So this is Sarah, Dr. Sarah Bonzo. She's in the School of Business, and we shot her videos last year, but not a lot of people have had a chance to see the Lightboard in action. This is something called the critical path method. which is an algorithm for scheduling a set of project activities and the timeline it would take from start to finish. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and you'll kind of get an idea. So there you go. This video went on for about 17 minutes, maybe. To get her message across, she went all the way through and explained the critical path method to her students. When you work with me traditionally, I shoot a lot of instructor bios with faculty. I shoot course introductions with faculty. I try to keep those videos anywhere from 2 to maybe 5 minutes at max. But the beauty of this is there's really no set time limit. It's you take the time you need to get your message across of the topic that you're doing to your students. So it just takes a little longer to upload and get back to Sarah. It also takes a little bit longer to caption, but it wasn't too bad because she had a lavalier microphone, which is a little clip-on microphone you see TV news people use all the time, and her quality is obviously very good. So it wasn't terrible to caption. It probably took a few hours to get it done. So, but it turned out really well. I was happy with it. I might suggest that she wears a different color next time because it's a little dark. She's blending into the background a little bit. But I had a few lights on her. I had a key light on her. I had 2 side lights on her as well. So I think I had 3 lights just to make her come out a little bit more from the background. Is there any questions anybody might have? Again, my name is Jason High. I'm an academic videographer in the Division of Extended Learning. My email address is there. If you guys have any questions later or over the next couple weeks, something that maybe is on your mind, you want to talk about, something I can help you with a video element, things of that nature, I'll be glad to answer any of your emails, any of your questions anytime.
If you'd like to say something, just make sure you unmute your mic.
Jason High is the best. No doubt about it.
Thank you, Chris.
You didn't make me look like Sophia Loren, but you came damn close. At least I looked intelligent.
Good.
So I appreciate that.
Good. I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much. Yeah,
well, we could have a problem here, though. Well, I will move back to my other room where we saw before, because right now, I don't know if you can see this, but my office is sort of in my laundry room. So I might have to do something to cover up the wash machine. But, on the other hand, that's my life. So.
Chris, I'm glad you're bringing this up because this is what I like about Zoom, and I haven't used this with Google yet. With Zoom, you can put a background behind you, and I can walk you through that. I just grabbed this JPEG off our website, and I saved it to any folder. And when you go to Zoom, in the video portion, there's an up arrow it allows you to upload an image behind you. So we can wipe out your laundry room with something pretty like campus here.
Well, dear one, I know that you are absolutely outstanding. However, I've tried repeatedly and it says my computer is not new enough or doesn't have the ability, because I don't have a green screen. So I have
Sure.
tried it, and it's really interesting. I sort of seem to be, my nose will appear out of a jungle foliage. I don't think that's going to work for anything I want to film. So just
Yeah,
thought
I
I'd
mean,
let you know.
it's not perfect. You can see like the edging, it kind of vanishes here and there, but
But that makes it look magic.
I know. But if you're in a room or something that you just don't like, it kind of allows you to do that. But I haven't found a way to do it with Google yet, but we really are primarily in extended learning. We use Zoom quite often. If we're just doing a quick meeting with our IDs or something, last week we used Google, and it was fine. Everybody's just in their room of their house or outside on their patio or whatever, and the meeting gets done. But
I have another room, though, obviously, the last time. That's a better room that I could use if I want to use it too.
yes, I remember that room. That was a fine background. That was perfect.
Yeah.
So there's the QR code as well. If you want to check out the slides or any of that, that's there for you. But if there's any other questions, I will let everybody go. And I appreciate your time today and listen to me go on for about 30 minutes or so.
It's really good. Thank you.
All right, John, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe.
Thanks.